Okay, in week 3, lesson 1, we're going to dig into playing arpeggio patterns over a scale pattern. And I'm going to start out with the A minor pentatonic scale pattern for demonstration purposes, 5th fret, just the good old pentatonic pattern right there, the minor pentatonic. And I want you to think about the arpeggios that would go over that for each note of the chord, of the scale, okay? Each note of the scale has its own chord and its own arpeggio. All right. For example, the A minor chord in this case would be an A minor bar chord in the E shape, and the arpeggio, okay, would be like so. The next chord, the tricky one, I said we never need the 7th, the B minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio. This one's a little funny. Okay. Then, still in the same position, you notice how I'm not going out of this position. My next chord in this key would be a C chord. It's a C major, and to play it, I would be playing a G-shaped chord. I'm just going to play the arpeggio. I'm going to use a different fingering though. Okay? My next chord, right in the same place, D minor. I'm going up the A minor chord scale and I'm playing chords without moving away from that 5th fret so that they all fit over the top of or within my pentatonic scale. So here would be my D minor shape. Okay? My E minor shape, I could take this shape and move it up and just play that, but now I've gone out of the pentatonic pattern. If I want to stay closer to the pattern, and this one's kind of a funny shape. It's as if we were playing a C-shaped chord, except it would have to be minor, so it's kind of a funny little shape. But it's like this. Okay, that would be E minor. Now again, it's my goal here is to get you to practice these. Some of them are a little trickier than others. Okay, and if you don't feel like you're fluent at that particular shape, that's not even really the point here. The point is that you know where the notes are from that arpeggio while you're playing your scale pattern, while you're soloing in your scale pattern, okay? It doesn't matter whether you ever become fluent with this E minor chord arpeggio shape here. What's important is just that you know that that's where the notes are in relation to our scale pattern, okay? All right, one more. We've got an F major arpeggio. This one's going to take the shape of a C-shaped chord. Okay, and then still within that same area, I've got a D-shaped G chord. Okay, right there we have the arpeggio for all of our chords. Whether or not you can play the arpeggios isn't the point. As I said, it's just knowing where the notes are in relation to that scale. Just that you know where the arpeggio for each chord in the scale is, bam, all of a sudden your soloing can take on a much more sophisticated flavor. Because when your band's playing the A minor chord, you know where the A minor notes are. When they're playing a D minor, you know where those are. When they go to a C chord, understand how that works, how we're putting the arpeggio tones into the scale, all right? You eventually want to try to learn all the arpeggio shapes over each of the 5 pentatonic patterns, because that's really where they fit, okay? Remember we had 5 caged shapes, we have 5 pentatonic patterns. Those other 2 scale shapes, the 2 extra diatonic shapes, they sort of fall between some of these patterns, so they don't really matter in terms of arpeggios, all right? It's a lot to work on, but it's really fun stuff, and it can really add a lot to your playing, so go for it.